Hi, here
Good
we
morning.
are. Good morning, and good morning, Chelsea.
Good morning, Sandy.
Oh, isn't this a beautiful Thursday? Tomfoolery day.
I love a good tomfoolery
It's
day.
always fun on a tomfoolery day.
Sure is.
So, yes, so welcome back to my sewing room and Tomfoolery Thursday at my sewing room. And thank you for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. And thanks for all your likes and your loves and all your sharing and every comment you make. Comments are so cool. I just love them.
We love them so
We
much.
love them. So anyways, thank you for all of that. So we've got a quick shout out to some of our viewers. That's here. Let's say good morning to, I don't see her online yet, but she might be coming. Ruth C.
She's probably on her way.
She's probably on her way. Chris L. Mary Z. Jean J. Sandy A. Glenda I. Nancy C. There she is. She's saying hi, Ruth.
Hi, Ruth. Good morning.
Also a shout out to Pia G, Carol D, and Michelle G. Those last two stopped in yesterday.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, it was really good. One to pick up some designs from digital on demand from OESD, and Carol came in to pick up a 60-degree ruler.
Fantastic.
She is going to give this a try, so that is marvelous. And I also got a call from Glenda, so she's got a ruler set aside as well because she wants to try 60-degree. She thinks that might be kind of fun. All right, so thank you very much, everyone. And we're back for another day, and we are going to finish our 60-degree ruler placemat. And so yesterday, first off, we cut using a 60-degree ruler. We sewed it together, the top together. Yesterday, we put the batting and backing, and we sprayed it with 505, and then we quilted it. And we quite liked the design that came out. We did double lines on each side of our seam. We ended up with a diamond in the middle, and it looked really cool. All right, so today we're actually going to trim our placemat, create our binding, and do a little binding. All right.
That's a lot to do.
That's a lot to do. We've got it. That's good.
It'll be speedy.
Let's tell one joke and then get to it. Okay.
Okay.
So why did the Scarecrow win a prize?
Why?
Because he was outstanding in his field. All right, and that's how you start a Tomfoolery Thursday. All right, Miss Chelsea, let's go to our lovely placemat, and you can see that it is bound. Not bound, sorry, we haven't done that yet. We're going to do that today.
It's quilted.
We're quilted, and we're going to do some trimming.
Fantastic.
All right, so I'll give you all of the rulers.
So we have a couple rulers. I like having multiple sizes handy just because some of the spots are really short, and I don't like flipping around a huge ruler if I don't have to.
And I got to tell you, we don't actually have a great deal of space in the studio, whereas at home we have big tables to work on.
Or the floor.
Or the floor, or whatever we're working on. But yeah, so we're just going to trim it and make it ready for its binding. This has been a fun project. I've really, really enjoyed it.
It has been.
And I will do my very best to finish binding it, and so I can bring it next Thursday and show off the table runner and the placemats that we made using the fun fabric. That looked really good. You just went zip, zip.
Zip, zip.
Zip.
So here, if I had enough space, I would try and get it about a 1/4 inch away from our peak there.
Okay.
I'm going to go for as much 1/4 inching as I can.
Okay,
there.
sounds good. We might have to trim a little bit because you know how it goes. And if we have a little bit of placemat hanging off, that's the way it is. Oh, very good.
So I left a little bit of batting, but that'll be okay. It'll get caught up in our binding.
Right on. Super duper. So, you know, even if it isn't 100% perfect, we can make it work.
We sure can, Sandy.
That's looking really sweet. It looks really cool once you get all the edges off it.
Yeah, it looks really neat. I
like
it.
that. Right.
One left.
One left.
And we'll try and get that 1/4 inch there if we can. It looks like we can on the side.
Oh, good, good.
That's great.
You only have to fudge a little on one side. Not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
That's pretty good for our first time doing
I think that
triangles.
was triangles, yes. And they are a little difficult because they do have a lot of stretch in them.
Yes.
So yeah, so
Yes,
that's one of
they
our
do.
reasons that they're a little more difficult to work with. All right, so
that's
now
cute.
that is adorable.
Ready for binding.
Ready for binding. So
I'm gonna put it aside.
what we thought about binding, of course, was to match the table runner we made, the pumpkin hollow. I did a variegated, I would say, a scrappy binding. So we have scrappy binding for today. So yeah, so I took a whole bunch of strips from what was left over of the fabric. Some of them are longer, some of them are shorter. What I did was to measure the placemat, and it measured approximately 19 by 11. So what I did was I added 2 19s and 2 11s together. Came out to be about 160. So I thought if I have 160 inches of batting, binding, I should be all right. So I did, kind of tempted a measure on these just to make sure. And I think when we're done, we're going to have well over 68 inches.
I think we're going to have lots of space.
I think so.
So I'm just drawing Sandy a nice little angle for her to sew on.
And I did do it 2.5 inches because that seems to be my preference. But maybe on placemats, 2 inches would be okay. 2 1/4 might be all right.
Yep.
3 I think would be a little heavy, but I think 2.5 should work out all right. It's in the same kind of feel as the big table runner, so it should be all right. All right, so Chelsea's just done our first strip where we put them right sides together at a 90 degree, and then we mark the 45 on it.
And now Sandy's going to sew down that 45.
Yep. And we're going to make some binding. Thank you.
Sorry, Sandy.
Yep,
Just
no
kind
worry.
of toss that on over.
I can catch. Not
Perfect.
worry. Okay, so for the last time, we are on the Luminaire XP3. We have the Move It foot on. I have it centered for in the needle in the center, and that way I can just guide my fabric right under that needle, and we can sew that lovely line that Chelsea drew us, and that will give us a 45. And I'm just using a little leader and ender just for when I do my binding so that I don't choke up the machine with thread. So let's have a look at our 45. There it is. Okay, so when we open it up, it lays out nice and straight. Oh, Chelsea, great pinning. That was perfect. All right. So let me take, you did see that, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Okay.
All right.
Let me pass that back to you because we're going to do our next step when we're doing our binding.
May I borrow your little pair of scissors?
You certainly may. We trim that extra edge off in our binding once we're satisfied that it is going correctly and it's not wobbly and have too much on one side. So there we go. And now, of course, by miracle of television, I already sewed the rest of it together.
I love magic of TV.
Yeah. So now we're just going to set the seams for each of them, which I did all the others, and Chelsea's doing this one. And then we're going to press it, make it lay nice and flat.
And then I just like to press my seam open.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't do all the rest of them.
Okay,
so
then
you might
we
have
won't do it.
You might have
Do
a
you want
little
me to do
bit. You can do them as we talk. How's
Okay,
that?
sounds
And then
good.
everybody. So she's pressing open the seams. It reduces the bulk a little bit in your binding edge.
Yeah, it just makes it a little less bulky and a little bit smoother looking.
I think it looks. Well, the last one was good because you did that for the placemat or for the table runner as well, too, didn't you, Chelsea?
I did.
I did.
I do it on all my quilts too. I don't know. I just like pressing.
Just like pressing.
I probably just wanted an excuse to iron.
She's awesome. Oh, look, there you are. Oh, Sandy must be going to enjoy herself because she said she'll see us in a month. All right, Sandy, we'll have a good time. And hi, Rita. Hi, Glenda. Morning, Carol. All right, our ladies are all on. That's awesome.
Get in there.
You know
That's
who
a
I
tricky
miss that we haven't had for a while since we moved from 4:30 to 10:30 in the morning?
Who are we missing?
Is Robin S. from down in Maryland. I
Oh.
haven't seen her since we changed times. So maybe it's too late in the day for her.
Maybe she watches later.
Maybe she watches later. Yeah. She was a regular YouTube viewer, and she used to sign in every day, but I haven't seen her name, so she's not leaving any comments lately. So, yeah. So leave a comment or say hi or something. That lets me know that you're out there and you're listening and watching, and then we know who to say hi to.
It makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside, too.
It does. It does indeed. No, it's wonderful.
Otherwise, we get a little lonely over here,
Yeah,
right,
it's
Sandy?
just the two of us talking away, looking at screens,
Chatting,
hanging out, which is all well.
I do like hanging out.
Like that, hanging out with you, Chelsea. So,
All right, I'm just going to press this in half lengthwise.
okay, so we have right sides together.
As I drop my iron.
Please don't burn your stuff.
Ignore that.
Okay. And we put the two raw edges together, and we're just going to fold and press.
It's my right-handed ironing technique today, maybe.
Oh, yeah, it's tough for Chelsea. You know, she's left-handed, so we're always giving her the equipment that works for the right-handed person.
It's just making me more ambidextrous.
You're just practicing.
Maybe
aren't
I'll
you?
have to just run an extension cord so I can have my iron on the left
Left side,
side.
yeah. That's a good one. Okay, so Chelsea's going to finish pressing that closed, right, with the wrong sides together, raw edges together, and I'm going to tell you another joke. All right, here it comes.
Okay, Sandy.
What's a scarecrow's favorite fruit?
Apple?
Apple's nice. How about a strawberry?
Oh, that's a good one.
Hi, Nancy. I see that you've signed in this morning as well. Have you got any strawberries in your garden? I wonder. I know you have lots of beans and peas and tomatoes and all sorts of stuff you've been canning and being very proactive for the winter.
I finished my crabapple jelly last night, Sandy.
Delicious. So do you have crabapple trees, or where do you get your
No.
crabapples from?
I do not have a crabapple tree. What happened was my boyfriend reached out to our neighbors, all of our neighbors. We just posted on our community chat and said, hey, neighbors, does anyone have a crabapple tree messing up your yard? We would love to come pick some. And a few lovely people reached out. So we went and picked some crab apples.
Oh, wonderful. Sweet. You are a very talented lady. I just can't believe all the things that you can do.
I'm not very good at crab apple jelly making yet.
Oh,
We'll see.
I'm sure it's
Thank you,
delicious. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful.
Zach was eating some yesterday because I opened up a jar just to see how it turned out.
And
he liked it.
He liked
He
it.
said, I bought toast just for this.
Aw, that's awesome. So you did a good job. You did a great job.
We'll see. I have a little girl waiting for some jelly. I made her the biggest jar I possibly could,
Okay.
which is an entire liter of crab apple jelly because she
Wow.
loves it so much. So
Really? Okay, that's awesome.
we're going to wrap it up like a present and give it to her.
Aw,
I'm
I'm
excited.
sure she'll be very thrilled with that. It's very thoughtful.
It's all the fall feelings, right?
I know. It makes you put your warm sweater on, the crispy fall. It makes you feel really good. All right. So as we're continuing on with this, just a reminder that all this month we have social sewing. So if you want to come in and do some of this slow sewing and ironing like we do, you're very welcome. We have tables, we have room, we have water, coffee, we've got refrigerators, air fryers, bathrooms, that's most important. Lots of space, and we're here. If you want to come and pop in and visit with us and ask us questions, we're here. We love it when people come talk to us.
We sure do.
Oh. So social sewing, check our calendar online at mysewingroom.ca. and you'll see all the different dates. It's $10 plus tax, and you can come in and play with us. All right, so if you'll notice on the binding, I started and ended with the same color strip. That way it kind of evens out because I wasn't sure how much of either one we're going to get, so that works great. All right, so Chelsea's going to get us started, and then we're going to start making...
We don't have a lot of space here.
No.
So I'm going to have you start like really close
Really
to the
close,
edge.
because we need to have a big flap, don't we?
I think so.
Leave a big long tail so that Chelsea can do the magic flip. I just love that at the end.
Would you like me to mark your 1/4 inch, Sandy?
Sure, that'd be great.
This is a tricky one.
Yeah, this reminds me of our Christmas table runner.
It so does.
Yeah, because we had those weird angles that we were going off. So we can use regular binding because they are straight corners. It's not rounded, so we don't have to have bias. That was a question somebody asked me yesterday was, does the binding have to be bias on this? And my answer to that was no. It just needs to be regular straight binding.
Our friend Patty is asking what size binding we're ironing. It's 2.5 inches wide.
Hi, Patty. Good morning. All right, let's get this little baby underway and take out my leader and let's get started. So I'm just using the 1/4 inch on the, what is this foot? Move it foot. The move it foot. All right, let's put the foot down, get going, and I'm going to just start and do a little back up and just make sure those stitches are good. I'm taking the pin out and stopping on our 1/4 inch. And back up one stitch, because it went over my little edgy there. All right, so cut that off. Now we're going to just bend this edge upward, so we made a nice straight line. You can see, oh, they can't see a darn thing because I'm holding it in the wrong spot. Okay, so it's nice and straight along our next edge, right up the binding, and then we just bring this back down to meet that binding edge. Okay, and that will give us a nice corner. All right, can you see that nice little corner? All right, and away I go again. All right. I'm just going to do a little back up because I started all the way on the binding. There we go, and then let's grab that. Okay, and as it goes, I'm going to just peek, and I think I can probably figure out where that 1/4 inch is. I'm going to put my finger on it and hopefully get there. That's the one thing about this machine too, with the foot the way it is, it has a 1/4 inch marking on it. So when I get close, I think that should be it. I'm going to back up just a little, and then we can cut that off. Okay, and now we do the next corner. So we are taking it straight up so that the two run nice, long, straight line. And then we're going to see straight line. My fat hand is in the road, Chelsea.
It's not. I can see everything.
Okay. And then we're at that point, and we're just going to bring it down this way so it's straight that way again.
Oh, Sandy, Carol's just starting her placemats while watching.
Is she? Oh, well done, Carol.
Carol,
good job.
you should send a picture over of your fabrics you're using. We would love to see it.
Yeah, see what you're making it out of. That's fabulous. Okay, there's quite a few peaks on this little binding thing, so you just have to go slow and steady. And of course, I'm going to be doing mine hand binding on the back, so that's why I'm starting the binding on the front. If I was going to do machine binding, I would have started it at the back. Good there, back it up just a tad, cut it off. So fun having that as just automatic, right?
Yeah,
all right,
pretty fabulous. I like the automatic thread cutters.
All right, so here I am turning upward, making sure that's straight, and you'll see this is right where I had a little miscue with my fabric, but with the
Nobody will
backing
know.
and the binding and the way Chelsea's fixed it, it'll be all great. All right, and now we've got a nice straight line that way. Let's bring it back down this way. Got my finger in the road. There we go. I'm hoping I'm doing as good a job as Chelsea does when she does it.
I'm sure you're doing perfect.
All right, foot down again. We're going to do a couple of stitches. Take it back and go again. 1/4 inch. All right, zipping right along here. I just love that. I hope it turns out as nice as the table runner did with the 1/4 inch, or 1/4 inch with the mixed fabrics for the binding. That was kind of fun.
It's gonna be cute.
Okay, I'm hoping I got enough. I think we do, Chels. We'll just keep our
Perfect.
fingers crossed that we made enough strips of.
I think we'll have made enough. We'll make it work.
We're gonna, yes. Chelsea's so positive. She says, "Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll got it. We
Don't
got
worry about it,
this."
Sandy.
She says, "I got this.
Nothing's the matter.
Nothing's the matter. Nothing that we can't fudge-sicle, unstitch, and try again."
Yeah, there's nothing that can't be undone.
All right.
Except for when you cut your fabric too small. Then you have to throw some chunks
Then
together.
we sew chunks together, so we're hoping.
Pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah. Okay. So we're pulling our binding up, so we got a nice straight line going this way. Now we'll find that top and bring it back and make it nice and straight going this way. All right. There
Oh,
we go.
fantastic. Carol just said she sent a picture to education.
All right.
So we will go and check that out after. I'm excited.
Maybe is it okay if we post it on Facebook, Carol?
Yeah, Carol, is it okay if we post it on Facebook? We'd love to share it with everyone else
Yeah.
as well.
Right, we're getting there. We're almost to that corner. Looking for that 1/4 inch. Back it up. Come on. Okay, I'm stomping on you. What's the problem? Maybe it's because I'm stomping on you. All right, cutting. Here we go. We're almost done. We only got two more little corners to go. All right, it's looking okay. I'm hoping it's working out. Luckily, I have not run into one of my, I missed this by a tad.
I can fix it.
Can you fix it? Okay, I'm passing it over to Chelsea for a second, and I'll just say hi. How are you, everybody? I got just a tiny bit close on that edge. So this happens sometimes. Get too close. All right. I love the blank screen, so I'll play.
It was just one stitch.
Just one stitch. I thought it was one stitch.
Just one.
Just one too far.
Singular stitch. I just
Singular
snipped the stitch out, so
All
it
right,
wasn't there
perfect,
anymore.
good. Because it was kind of like,
happened.
oh, that's a little tight getting around that
Oh,
corner.
Carol said, absolutely. Thank you, Carol. I will
right.
share that photo later.
All
Hopefully
right.
on this same thread. We'll
All
see
right.
how it goes.
We'll see. Chelsea's a wizard at that. Okay, so here we are, straight line again. So let's bend it back down, find the top of that little peaky part there. Line these guys all up nice and straight. Let's do 1/4 inch. Get it started. Back it up just a tad. Make sure we got it. Good. And then away we go again. One more corner, and then our lovely Chelsea's going to do our magic flip.
Carol said, Chelsea can make it work.
You bet she can.
Thanks,
We
Carol.
all have faith in Chelsea, I'm telling you. She's pretty awesome.
How's your home stretch going there, Sandy?
Oh, we're down to the last one here, Chelsea. I'm hoping I didn't go too far.
We'll find out
I
shortly.
always go too far. All right, here we go. Flip it up. I went one stitch too many.
I fixed.
Okay, she's going to fix that because I went to, it's not quite right. It's really hard. I didn't mark them, so I'm going by feel. And sometimes you don't want to get too close to the needle with your finger. Perfect. Thank
Just
you,
one
Chelsea.
stitch.
Just one stitch too far. Ah,
Stitch.
yep. That's just one toe over the line all the time, right?
See, nothing happened.
All
Nobody
right,
will know.
Now we got straight again, and we'll just pull this down and line up that little edge there. Whoops, I banged the camera. I'm sorry if I rock the camera. and make you kind of seasick. All right, here we go. Last little corner. We're just going to do that. Back up just a tad to hold it in place. There we go. And then forward. I'm not going to go too far because Chelsea's going to need some room to flap our ends together.
Yeah, you could probably just go like five more stitches
and a back up, and then
just enough to tack the corner down.
Yep, there we go. I think that shouldn't go anywhere. Perfect. Okay, our binding is secure. Now we just have to do the matching of the ends. All right, here we come, Chelsea.
All right.
Okay, this is the magic part. I like watching Chelsea do this.
Let's see. We have a join right there.
Oh, do we? Okay,
We sure do.
How far
Trying
can
to
we go without?
Probably
Right about there.
Or if I could go that way. I could go that way. We have
go
more
that way.
space.
Okay.
Okay, maybe what I'll do is I'll cut off right here, and then I'll make this the
Make that
overlap.
space. Perfect.
That's how we're going to make that work.
Okay, so this is from Scrappy Binding. Sometimes you have to, find a spot where you're not joining on a continuous edge there. So we,
We're going to cut off our
that.
join.
Okay.
And then we're not going to have that. So it won't be in our way.
That's right. And then that's perfect because that's kind of like a full line of each. Perfect. So I did have enough binding.
So then I am going to make this overhang by 2.5 inches because that's how wide our binding is.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just going to mark a line because I can't quite see that because
I know.
this binding landed on the same color
Same color, and
triangle.
it's like, oh my heavens.
So we'll draw a little line, and then I'm going to go 2.5 inches from that line to overlap them.
So if you'd made your binding 3, we'd do a 3-inch overlap, right? Or 2 1/4 is 2. 2 inches it's 2, but I made my binding 2.5, so it's 2.5 inch overlap. Okay, this is the magic. Watch the magic.
So we're gonna open one of them down and one of them up. So I think this one will open down, like that.
Okay.
This one will open up, push it out, and then rotate.
Ooh, look at that. That is marvelous.
And then sometimes
yeah,
just getting those brought together helps.
Because it's a smaller project, we didn't have quite as big an open area to do it. So we have to, wrestle with our project a little bit to make sure we get the ends together without me sewing the project into it.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard not to sew the project in.
Yeah, so as long as, if you can leave your pieces really long, it does help too. Don't sew them right to the bitter end. Leave them overlapped a bit.
Put one more pin in. We'll just go for 3 today.
Sure.
Just
Chelsea's the
to
best
make these
pinner.
secure.
Okay.
Because we don't want this shifting on Sandy while she's sewing.
Okay.
And then we're going to get it flat. And I am going to draw a line from here to the bottom corner. So because I can't see the corner, I'm just going to draw where the end of this fabric is.
And then we know where the line needs to be.
Draw this line for Sandy so she has something to stitch along.
Right.
And then Sandy's going to sew on that line.
Okay, and that will be our last 45-degree join. And then our batting should just lay nice and flat. Lovely. Okay.
Teresa says, nice placemat.
Aw, thanks, Teresa. That's very sweet of you. Okay, here I come. I'm going to just zip right through this line. And I'm trying very carefully not to catch any of the other placemat part. And not sew over a pin. Especially when it's not my machine. I've had sewn over a pin with my machine and not always a good result. So.
It's sometimes not a fun feeling. Sometimes it misses it.
Oh,
And you're like, oh, thank goodness.
thank goodness.
And sometimes it hits it and bends her pin or breaks her needle.
The needle and the end goes flying.
And then it gives you quite the shock.
It does.
You're like, oh my.
Okay. All right. I think we got that last join done. I'm going to bring it over to you to check before we Oh, can I borrow your scissor for a sec? Thank you. I just want to cut the little leader ender thingy off. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, back to you, my dear.
Let's give it a check because, you know, check twice, cut once.
Yeah, and not have any
right.
regret.
So Sandy did our
Ooh.
nice sewing, so I still have these pieces in because if I cut them and it's at the wrong angle, I'm gonna
Then
have
we're in
to etch some
trouble.
more. So
Boy.
it looks like it's gonna work nice.
Yeah, it looks
Nice and
great.
flat. Let's give that a trimmy trim.
Okay. Oh, I stole the scissors. Hang on, here they come back.
And I'm just gonna cut off our little tail ends. Make sure you're not cutting your binding that you want to keep.
Yeah, we want to keep that part. Don't cut on the other side of the stitching.
That would be a rough day.
Oh, that'd be a bad day.
Maybe we just have to fix it.
But we have more binding strips, so we
sure
could
do.
do it. Okay. And Chelsea's just finger pressing open that seam. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give Sandy a couple bindings because we might have to ease a little bit of that binding
Okay.
in, but it'll be fine.
All right, we can do this. It's looking good, Chelsea. We're almost finished our project, everybody. Yay.
So Sandy's gonna sew from here to there, and then that's going to be attached.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Our last line of stitching for today. All right, so I'm going to pick up where I left off, doing a 1/4 inch. And we're going to just back it up just a tad, make sure those stitches are good. Okay, and then zooming forward. Oh, it's looking good, Chelsea. Okay, approaching a pin. The intersection of the pin. Get that out of the way. All right, good job. Here we go. Last of it. Let's pull this pin out. All right, we're in the homeward stretch. I see the line. We're going to meet up with that line. That is awesome.
Yay!
Oh, wow, look at that. We met up with the line. We're just going to do a little stitch over to hold everybody down. Beautiful. Cut. That was the end of the camera action. There it is. All done. All put along there. Okay, we're going back over here. We'll show off our little corners, and hopefully I did them nice.
Oh, this turned out so cute.
It's adorable.
Fantastic.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Would you like me to iron these back a little?
Sure,
so
that
you can see
might,
what
so
it
we
looks like?
can actually see what it's going to look like when I finish doing the stitching.
Get our ironing board in here.
Yeah, that looks really cool. All right, well, we're getting hooked up for that. I've got one more good fall joke for you. All right, is everybody good for a laugh?
Yes.
All right. How can you tell when winter is here?
I don't know.
It's after autumn leaves. All right, so some of them were better. I still like
That's
this one
cute.
the best. Why does Humpty love the end of Humpty Dumpty love the end of summer?
Why?
Because he had a great fall.
Oh, that one's so cute.
I love that one. Okay, so that's the great fall joke. All right, how did our project turn out,
Oh,
Chels?
it's turning out cute. Just
All
giving
right.
us a couple presses.
All right.
But I'm avoiding the corners while I press this because I
Okay.
don't want to mess up your nice folds.
All right.
So we're just only pressing.
Okay. Sorry. Let me give
all
you
good.
some cord here. All right. So sew behind. We were talking about that. And then there's 3 other things that we want to talk about, but we'll wait until the very end here when we finish and you can, oh, yes. There's hidden gems in there.
All
A
right.
little pin. Okay.
Now let's fold this.
All right.
So I am now on the back of our placemat and I just kind of wiggle it around, get it all nice and comfy. And let's get some clips in here.
So these are the Wonder Clips, not pins, because man, do those pins hurt.
Upside down.
Stick my site.
Yes, I love using the clips here because otherwise, yes, well, we get a little poked. We don't like that.
Yes. All right, so we're just folding down the main sides, and then Chelsea will massage the corners.
Massage. Yes, that is what happens, isn't it?
Yep. She's going to
So we'll
make it
see
just really
which
pretty.
way it's going to fold for us.
Yeah.
That looks
Looking
fabulous.
good. Fabulous. Okay.
We're going to get a clip here.
All right. That looks good, good. Okay, we'll do a few more for you and then we'll show you what it looks like on the other side. All right. Very good. All right, so next week, Chelsea, you and I are back again.
We sure are.
Yeah, we're back again for Twisted Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, and Tomfoolery is going to be Thankful Thursday. Woo! Yeah, it should be kind of fun. So we're going to work on doing some hostess gifts on Tuesday, a wine bag in particular. But we'll show you some other things that might be kind of fun for a hostess if you're going to dinner. On Wednesday, Fern is actually going to join me. Isn't that exciting? Fern's going to join me.
It's very exciting.
For table napkins and how to fold them. You know, like, know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. All right. But we do count our blessings when we're sitting at the table for Thanksgiving. How's that for a song?
I like it, Sandy. That was a good song.
That's a good
All right,
song.
I got it supposed to cook.
Okay. How does it look?
That looks cute.
That looks really sharp. I love it. I love the different colors and how they go. Aw, Chelsea, good job.
Good job, Sandy. You did all the folding.
Yeah, well, that was perfect. Anyways, that
Turned out so
is
cute.
our 60-degree triangle placemat. And it goes with our pumpkin hollow placemat. And I'll bring them both next week and we can do a little show and share for them. That sounds so excited. All right, a few things. So that's what we're doing next week on Facebook. Of course, Monday is Monday Minute, so we'll talk about stuff. And then we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday would be Anne. So that would be up to her excitement, and she'll tell us what she's doing. All right, so three things.
3 things.
Yeah. Threaducation, Chelsea. We're going to get threaducated.
We sure are.
All right.
So our friends from Wonderful are coming to give us 5 different talks on threads, which is very fantastic. Where to use them, why to use them, all the different lines that Wonderful has. So that'll be really exciting information to have. So the first one is on October 17th. That's called Threaducation 101.
Perfect. 101. And it's only $10 to join for the day. And of course, there's always some prizes and treats and fun stuff. So that's great. So that's the first of those is Thursday the 17th at 10 a.m. And then Saturday, wow, we're launching things. Maybe I should get a bottle of champagne and crash it over a few things.
I'm so excited for it. That'd be fun.
That's going to be fun.
We could get sparkling apple juice
or something.
We don't have a liquor license.
Yeah, we don't have no liquor. No liquor here. All right. So in the morning on Saturday, we're doing an EV1 launch.
Yep. That'll be from 10:30 till 12.
Yeah.
And we are going to see what the machine can do. I'm very excited.
So Lynn will be here and it's only $10. No, sorry, wrong one. $5 to join us. And we get to visit with Lynn and find out about that beautiful new avenue. Little badness. All right. And then in the afternoon on Saturday, October 19th from 1 to 3:30, we have
the Print Moda and Sublimation launch. So that'll be really cool. The first 15 people are going to have a make and take.
And I think there's only 2 make and take spots left. We were at 13 when I signed up. I can't remember who I signed up, but they had 2 spots taken. So we're at 13 for the make and take. So there's only 2 spots left for make and take.
Yep.
And after that, the spots are available, but you won't get in on the make and take. All right. And that's $15 plus tax, and that'll be fun.
It'll be a good day.
All right. The other thing I want to just mention, because we just capped the numbers,
22.
I got to update that, don't I?
We placed our order for our gingerbread Christmas kits today. So there's only 2 spots left. So if you're not signed up, make sure you get signed up. Arm wrestle, maybe?
Arm wrestle, maybe. Carol, I'm talking to you, Carol. If you need to sign up, give us a call.
Yeah, so 2 spots left in Kimberbell Gingerbread Christmas. That's happening November 1st.
Yeah, and that's a Friday. It starts at 9:30, which is a little bit earlier than our normal opening of the store, but we'll be here.
We'll
Chelsea
sneak
and
you
I
in.
will sneak you in at, we'll be here to monitor at 9 o'clock onwards. So we can sneak you in at 9:30. It's a one-day thing. It goes until 4 p.m. and it's $149 plus tax. All right. Sweet. All right, I think that's all my notices, and I told you all my very good jokes. We finished our project today, which was really a lot of fun this
So
week.
cute.
Yeah,
I
so
love how it turned out. I mean, might need to make one.
yeah, it did turn out pretty good.
Sure, I have a 60-degree ruler at home.
Yes, somewhere. Yes, and you know what? It doesn't matter what size a 60-degree ruler.
Yeah.
I mean, I made that with a 6. You can make it with a 5.5. You can make it with a 5. You can make it with, if you have a 10, you can cut it off at whatever length you like. I know we have one 12-inch one left, so it's just a matter of how big you need this placemat, or if you're going to make a table runner.
Yeah.
Maybe you want them bigger
Bigger
pieces.
ones.
Yeah.
Maybe you want like
Anyways,
7s.
that was fun using a 60-degree ruler. I hadn't made a project with it before, so that was awesome. All right, well, that's it for this week for us. Tomorrow is Anne at 10:30, so join her for With Anne. And that's it for Chelsea and I. We'll sign off for this week. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back Monday. All right. Thanks, Chelsea.
Oh, thank you, Sandy.
And thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Bye.